In the world of martial arts, what goes around comes around. Fighters who commit despicable acts and show disrespect often get what's coming to them. Today, we've collected some prime examples of dirty fighters receiving their just desserts in the ring. Enjoy watching as karma takes its toll. The anticipation for the bout between Aniela Bogusz and Marta Linkiewicz was electrifying, fueled by the antics at the press conference. Marta, brimming with overconfidence, tried to dominate the press conference with a series of taunts and antics.
Chociaż większość panów jednak stójka.
She pulled faces, attempted a mock kiss, and even went so far as to smack Aniela, displaying a blatant lack of respect. But when it came time to step into the ring, the tables turned swiftly. Within seconds, she had Marta on the ground, her grappling skills leaving no room for Marta's theatrics.
Musiał się pilnować, żeby nie wstać z krzesła. I mamy ruszyły potężny cepelnik, przewróciła się chyba sama. Próba dość.
The fight was a quick and decisive affair, with Aniela's relentless control leading her to a dominant victory.
Wchodzą te ciosy, może nie są silne, ale dochodzą. Koniec! Mamy to! Mamy pierwszą
Humbling the cocky Marta. The fight between Jolly Polka and Daniela Hemsley was full of pre-fight drama. At the weigh-in face-off, Daniela Hemsley exuded confidence and cockiness.
Oh, why is she not looking at me? I think she's scared. Oh. Scared. All faces. I am ready.
Oh, smoke season.
Ready.
She taunted Jolly Polka, claiming that Jolly was scared and attempting to intimidate her with bold statements and a confrontational attitude.
She's just full of shit, and I cannot wait to silence her tomorrow night. I'm ready. I am ready.
When fight day came, it became clear that Jolly was not intimidated. The bout lasted all 5 rounds, with Jolly consistently outsmarting and outboxing Daniela.
Harvey Harrow looking very closely at her weight because
I did watch Julie in her corner. She comes out and throws a big one again. Oh!
Right, wait, she works behind the jab, but and again, she's getting caught.
Snapping power, it's thudding power. When she hits, Daniela has to take 3-4 steps back, reset, and the action.
In the end, Jolly Polka claimed a well-deserved victory over the cocky showboater Daniela Hemsley. Ryan Garcia faced Braulio Rodriguez, who tried to intimidate Garcia with taunts and shoves at the weigh-in, claiming he would tear Garcia apart. Rodriguez's audacious behavior continued in the ring as he mimicked Muhammad Ali by dancing and showboating.
Just fighting, they are thinking. Well, and also showboating.
That is.
You know what? Rodriguez, I mean, he impressing me. I mean, the crowd don't like it. The fans don't like it.
And a hard right hand.
From the first bell, Garcia's superior skill and training were evident. He dominated the fight. Despite Rodriguez's antics, Garcia remained composed and focused. By the second round, Garcia's relentless attacks culminated in a brutal right hook that knocked Rodriguez out.
Another one, and a hook, and down he goes.
This is over.
Ron Lipton got to 10.
The cocky rat had been beaten and humbled. Conor McGregor is known for his fierce trash talk, and his bout with boxing legend Floyd Mayweather was no exception. Before their fight, McGregor unleashed a torrent of insults, calling Mayweather names and mocking him relentlessly.
On the count of 3, I want everyone in this arena to scream at the top of your lungs, Floyd Mayweather. 1, 2, 3. Mate, you're 40. Get that f***ing phone out of your f***ing kid. Shut your mouth. Shut the f*** your mouth. They want you off this stage. Where's your turn?
In the ring, McGregor held his own in the early rounds, landing some good shots.
breaking out here at T-Mobile.
The ring together. You know, McGregor early
And has the longer reach and already showing off some of his 24 now.
Yeah. You know, McGregor normally throws.
However, as the fight progressed, Mayweather's experience and McGregor's waning stamina turned the tide.
Again, Floyd Mayweather helps, literally and figuratively. How is the notorious one still standing?
And that's it.
Oh, Robert Byrne has
Mayweather dominated the later rounds, ultimately beating McGregor and demonstrating that trash talk alone can't win fights. In a bout between Indian fighters Suresh Rajput and Jason Solomon, Solomon's showboating and clownish behavior were evident from the start.
Representing Delhi, Jason Ramesh Solomon!
Rajput refused to touch gloves with Solomon, setting a tense tone for the match. Solomon, who seemed less than serious with his movements, quickly shifted gears once the fight began, peppering Rajput with low kicks. Rajput attempted to respond, but struggled to find success against Solomon's unorthodox style.
Nice! Both fighters swinging. Jason looking to get his back.
He's one entertaining fight, I have to say.
And well, he certainly has Suresh Rajput backing up, but don't count this man out.
Despite the fight being unremarkable and lacking technical finesse, the final outcome surprised all spectators. Solomon landed a beautiful knee followed by effective punches, securing his victory.
Oh! Beautiful knee! Following up with some nice knee to the body.
Elated, Solomon couldn't contain his emotions, celebrating wildly and displaying an exuberance that matched his earlier antics.
Jason!
Jason Solomon with his trainer Alan Fernandez. Great victory for him.
Taylor Starling, a fighter whose cute looks hide her dishonorable behavior. During a pre-fight stare-down with Christina Faria, Starling's cockiness was on full display.
Taylor Starling, the champion!
Starling's past antics infuriated Faria. When the match began, Faria unleashed a barrage of precise punches, knocking Starling down and reducing her to tears.
Uppercut power on the inside, and down goes Taylor Starling. It hits you. She quit, I think.
Starling pleaded with her corner to stop the fight, but they ignored her, forcing her to surrender in disgrace.
And now, that is the surrender, that is the submission, and that is the...
Faria's relentless assault ensured that Starling's arrogance was thoroughly punished. Paige Van Zandt, known as an OnlyFans model, revealed her darker side before her fight with Britain Hart. Van Zandt's pre-fight chokehold on Hart foreshadowed her true nature.
Mania main event, 125 pounds in the women's division.
In the ring, Hart's dominance exposed Van Zandt's shortcomings. Van Zandt's attempts at landing strikes were met with precise counters from Hart.
She does not look intimidated at all. Stepping in goes Britain Hart, the right hand to the body. Half-tie blunt held by Paige Van Zandt. This is where she feels she can with the lateral movement. Moving backwards, right to the body.
Desperate, Van Zandt resorted to illegal strikes, including punches to the back of Hart's head. Hart's relentless punches marred Van Zandt's beauty. By the end, Hart's victory exposed Van Zandt as more than just a pretty face, sending her back to being an OnlyFans model. The fight between Joe Harding and Johan Segas on February 18, 2017 was memorable for Harding's showboating. Initially, both fighters struggled to land significant strikes. Once Harding connected with a solid shot, he began taunting Segas with disrespectful dance moves and mocking gestures.
195.
Oh! And he... Nice. Just taking some tape off the glove. Oh! Touch gloves in the left.
Never a fan of the touch gloves and then throw a punch or a kick. So again, a lot of showboating by Joe in this second round.
Despite Harding's antics, Segas stayed composed, waiting for an opening. That opportunity came when Harding left himself exposed mid-taunt.
And then a jab to follow it up. Again with the jab.
Oh! This always sinks!
Segas delivered a brutal head kick, knocking Harding out cold and humbling the arrogant fighter. Mike Tyson's encounter with gang leader and boxer Mitch Green was a clash of personalities. Green insulted Tyson, calling him a punk and threatening him with violence.
Dog, he ugly. Tyson ugly. He a homo. We will lose to say national. Michelle Tyson is a... I want Mike Tyson. Point blank. He's a homo. He's still a homo. His wife a homo. I'm gonna knock him out. I don't care what nobody say. If I want to threaten me, he would fight me.
Despite Green's bold claims and intimidating demeanor, Tyson's superior skills and power were evident from the start.
Draw a warning from Luis Rivera, the referee, about holding. Green's in trouble.
Those shots, take these type of shots, it's going to slow him down. It's going to take his toe. Working the body.
In the ring, Tyson showed who was the king, beating Green mercilessly and putting him in his place for his disrespect. The beating was so thorough that it left Green humiliated and overpowered.
He's going to figure out a better way to approach fights like this.
To just about the end of it here. Another day in the classroom. Big left hand.
Even after the fight, when Green confronted Tyson on the street, Tyson delivered a knockout blow, reaffirming his dominance and ensuring Green thought twice about crossing him again.
21st straight win in as many fights, Mike Tyson.
The fight between Emily Brooke and Amber O'Donnell was intense from the start. At the weigh-in, Amber tried to provoke Emily by pushing her and claiming she would destroy her in the ring.
It's that time, folks. Of course, we're gonna.
I'm f***ing ready. I'm so hungry to smash your f***ing chin. You're on the floor, mate.
There it is.
Emily remained calm and composed despite Amber's antics.
See, she's gonna lose her composure in the ring. She's rattled. You're rattled, darling. Can't handle it.
On fight night, the bout was a fierce battle. Both fighters exchanged powerful blows and showcased their endurance over 5 rounds.
A little bit. She's going to have to in this 4th round.
And this is a better start to the round.
Different way. Oh, the right hand lift. And back and forth we go, man. Again, a bit of the hesitation now from Emily. Just a bit. Here she comes again. This is where it's a little bit rougher. You got to find a way to stop that momentum. She's having.
See the bout the same way. Your winner by unanimous decision, Emily Brooke!
Ultimately, the cocky Amber, who had boasted about smashing Emily's chin, was outclassed. Emily Brooke emerged victorious, and the cocky rat was defeated. In 2012, Brazilian fighter Jennifer Maia faced Sheila Gaff, unaware she was about to encounter one of the sport's sneakiest competitors. Gaff extended her hand in a friendly gesture, only to launch a surprise attack, leaving Maia defenseless.
Never fights.
I mean, Maia has a very traditional Thai boxing. Sheila Gaff, and
that was so aggressive, and she's out! Maia has been knocked out in double quick time here.
Later, Gaff's reputation preceded her as she faced another Brazilian, Ariane Lipski. Lipski, known as the Queen of Violence, sought to avenge Maia's defeat with a brutal display of aggression. Lipski's immediate attack caught Gaff off guard, and she maintained relentless pressure.
Time it so that she punches simultaneously, because if she runs in,
well, there's the ground and pound. It's a knockdown!
Unable to withstand the onslaught, Gaff was forced into submission. She was punished for her dirty antics. Cindy Bottleberge had no idea of the blatant injustice she was about to experience in her fight against Jessica Fresh. At the end of the 1st round, Fresh sneakily punched Bottleberge after the bell had rung, a move that showcased her lack of sportsmanship. This dirty tactic only intensified as the fight continued, with Fresh repeatedly resorting to underhanded moves. However, karma caught up with Jessica Fresh when she faced Lindsey Williams, nicknamed Wonder Woman. From the start, Fresh attempted to dominate with aggressive wrestling and ground strikes. She went for an armbar, but Williams' flexibility and resilience allowed her to escape the submission attempts.
I thought impressively strong performance.
Lindsey Williams capitalized on an opportunity and caught Fresh in a submission hold.
Oh, she's gonna go, she can't! I'm guessing.
Williams' victory was a clear display of how sportsmanship and skill can triumph over deceit and unsportsmanlike behavior. Fresh was forced to tap out, facing the consequences of her dirty tactics. In a clash between YouTube personalities, Austin McBroom's arrogance led to his downfall against Anderson Gibb. Before the fight, McBroom confidently predicted an easy win, claiming Gibb wouldn't last 3 rounds.
He's not lasting longer than 3 rounds. Like I said, I really hope he's serious because in this game he gets seriously hurt.
Like this, you're gonna be right here. You're gonna be right. Yeah, you're gonna be right here. You're gonna be right here. You're gonna be. Watch out, bro. Watch out. Guys. Don't fight, guys. Don't.
In the first round, McBroom knocked Gibb down and taunted him with a cocky gesture.
Lead hand to make sure it's extended.
However, Gibb's relentless determination turned the tide. By the 3rd round, Gibb had gained the upper hand, delivering powerful blows that wore McBroom down. The 4th round saw Gibb send McBroom into multiple knockdowns, culminating in a final crushing right punch that ended the fight. McBroom, who had been all smiles and taunts, was left defeated on the canvas.
Stop! You can't hit him behind here.
Show up the fight. Big left hook. Big run. This one's over. As the 7-figure giver has come to Los Angeles.
Illustrating that hard work and humility outshine arrogance. On April 27, 2023, Andrei Mikhailovich faced Edison Saltarin in a highly anticipated match. Both fighters entered the bout with undefeated records, promising an exciting contest. Saltarin dominated the early rounds, landing a series of blows on Mikhailovich and not giving him any room to breathe. Saltarin's relentless attack had the audience on edge as he continuously pressured Mikhailovich.
He's not... This is an inside fight. Both guys are tall and long, but they both work.
Just has to survive this round as Andrei Mikhailovich because Saltarin has come out and he is now going to make...
leaving no opportunity for recovery. However, in the 2nd round, Mikhailovich rallied and began to fight back. Gathering his strength, Mikhailovich initiated a strong comeback. This shift in momentum angered Saltarin, leading him to strike Mikhailovich after the referee's signal.
And he's putting the overhook there, he's tying him up, waiting.
Oh! One step back, okay?
Can't do that. He's waiting for the...
A blatant foul that only worsened his situation. As the fight continued, Mikhailovich's endurance outlasted Saltarin's, who began to tire visibly. Mikhailovich capitalized on this, knocking Saltarin down.
He's got him stuck on the rope.
Though Saltarin managed to get back on his feet after the first knockdown, he chose not to continue after being knocked down again, ending the bout with Mikhailovich emerging victorious. The bout between Andy Vanstein and Nu Chaboon was a spectacle of chaos and controversy. From the beginning, both fighters were intense, and their fury seemed unstoppable.
Charging forward with those punches.
Yeah. Oh! They was told to break! Noah threw one after the referee.
Personal, Julie.
Hear the hall just going crazy! And then back in that same situation, close, but trying to throw the little hooks this time. Noah pushes him.
At the end of the 1st round, Vanstein extended his hand to Chaboon, who blatantly ignored the gesture. Their tumultuous behavior led the judges to cancel the match due to the lack of control and sportsmanship displayed by both fighters.
But there we go. Noah goes across. Yep. Still tapping him on the head. Oh my goodness! No way!
In a shocking turn of events, instead of apologizing respectfully, Chaboon struck the referee, demonstrating a blatant disregard for authority. This action resulted in Vanstein, who had not engaged in any particularly disrespectful conduct, being disqualified. Meanwhile, Chaboon walked away with the victory, leaving many in disbelief at the chaotic and controversial outcome. Julian Wallace, known for his tattoos and brash attitude, displayed extreme arrogance before his fight with the modest Ben Nguyen. Wallace's overconfidence was evident as he pushed Nguyen and taunted him during the weigh-in.
Just the details for the fighters.
Underestimating his opponent completely. Once the fight began, Wallace's arrogance quickly backfired. Nguyen capitalized on Wallace's overconfidence. Just 20 seconds into the fight, Nguyen delivered a precise and powerful series of strikes that knocked Wallace out cold. The swift and decisive victory silenced Wallace's taunts and forced him into an early retirement from fighting. In a fight filled with tension and high stakes, the most significant moment of respect usually comes in the final rounds with a glove touch. However, in the match between Terence Lewis and Michael Rush, this tradition was marred by an act of arrogance.
It has been a very entertaining one. Wow! There goes William Rush. Was he trying to shake hands?
Believing he was losing the fight, Lewis, desperate to win at any cost, sucker punched Rush as he approached for a glove touch. Fortunately for Rush, the referee was still between them when the foul occurred, and Lewis's actions were immediately deemed illegal. Although the fight continued, Rush was visibly hurt by the foul play. The referee ultimately stopped the fight and disqualified Terence Lewis for his unsportsmanlike conduct. So in the end, Michael Rush won over the cocky fighter. Anderson Silva, widely regarded as one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time, met his match at UFC 162 against Chris Weidman. Known for his showboating and taunting, Silva dropped his hands and dodged punches with his signature head movement, attempting to lure Weidman into making a mistake.
Does not want to get in a kickboxing bout for his ego.
However, Silva's overconfidence backfired spectacularly. In the second round, Weidman capitalized on Silva's lowered guard, landing a powerful left hook that knocked Silva out cold.
Anderson. Oh my, he got hit! Look at it!
This fight was a stark reminder that even the greatest fighters can be humbled by their own arrogance. The fighter Usman Ahmed was a very cocky fighter, and that showed from the start of his fight against Ashley Sexton. Overconfident, he entered the ring to up-tempo music, dancing and jumping around as if he owned the place. When Ashley Sexton made his entrance, Ahmed rushed towards him, staring him down and taunting him, which earned him boos from the arena. Despite the crowd's disapproval, Ahmed remained arrogant. From the start, Sexton dominated Ahmed, landing solid punches and controlling the fight. Even as he was losing, Ahmed continued to taunt Sexton, trying to show that he wasn't hurt. However, his bravado would soon backfire. With a minute left in the first round, Sexton landed a powerful punch that knocked Ahmed out cold.
Right hand, and he's been having success with that since the opening bell! Oh!
Ending the fight dramatically and humbling Ahmed in front of the booing crowd. Adrian Broner, known for his brash personality, promised in the pre-fight press conference that he would knock out Marcos Maidana, claiming it would be an easy fight.
It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly, man. I'm going for the knockout. He better be ready. Strap up.
During the weigh-in, Broner was close to starting a fight, being very cocky and disrespectful towards Maidana.
And we have a fight.
When the fight began, Maidana dominated from the start. At the end of round one, Broner resorted to dirty gestures against Maidana, drawing boos from the audience.
Those punches, confident in doing that, he's gonna have to get after. Oh, wow.
In round two, Maidana knocked the cocky Broner down with a powerful punch.
Maidana that sticks another right hand. Broner goes down for the first.
A few rounds later, in round 8, Broner was knocked down again by a beautiful left hook.
Oh, the hook got him. The hook got him.
Shortly after the knockdown, Maidana accidentally headbutted Broner. Seizing the opportunity, Broner lay down crying and hoping for a penalty that could benefit him, but he didn't get what he wanted. In round 11, Maidana remembered the dirty gesture Broner had made in the first round and decided to return the favor.
Broner, very impressive in the fact that he's been knocked down twice, felt a lot of power, yet he's still...
When the bell rang at the end of round 11, Broner kept punching after the bell, which the crowd did not appreciate.
He is in tough tonight.
The match went to the judges, and Marcos Maidana emerged victorious against the cocky Adrian Broner, proving that arrogance and disrespect have no place in the ring. In February 2013, former world champion Gavin Rees challenged Adrian Broner for the WBC lightweight title. Rees enjoyed early success, connecting with clean jabs and body shots.
Бокса. Кавычка. В общем,
Его не смущает частоты ударов.
However, he became overconfident and started showboating. Broner took control of the fight, sending Reese to the canvas in round 4 and again in round 5.
Два британца. Букмекеры не давали никакого вообще шанса.
Reese's corner eventually stopped the fight to prevent further punishment, giving Broner the win. In January 1995, legendary British boxer Prince Nassim Hamed defended his WBC International Super Bantamweight title against three-time former world title challenger Armando Castro. Castro tried to imitate Hamed's unconventional style by showboating and dancing in the ring.
He's been watching tapes of him, Hamed. He says, I know how I'm going to do this guy.
You have to remember, Castro, most of his work's been done, Ed.
There's no point in waving him on. That doesn't sound smart move to me.
He would knock him out now.
They were teasing each other a bit at the way, and it wasn't nasty.
However, Castro lacked the skills, stamina, and speed of Hamed and paid for his cocky behavior.
Punches from all angles.
It's all over by the shadow. Oh, look at that. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Close to catching Hamed with him. That was more of a stumble, yeah, quite late referee ban.
He still caught him with... Oh, dear, oh, dear. He leapt off the floor. Now, there he shoved him again, but he did land the punch. But yes, he did shove him with that one. Bring him on. Oh, dear, oh, dear. He might have an iron jaw.
The punch landed so early in the first, it's difficult to say. But his legs certainly don't look right, the way he's moving around.
The cocky wannabe was getting brutally hurt, so the referee had to stop the fight, giving the win to Nassim.
It's a foolish bravery, and it's all over in the 4th round. And there is the official somersault, of course.
In March 2000, Oleg Moskaev and Cedric Fields met for the first time. Fields attempted to intimidate Moskaev from the start by showboating and calling for more punches.
His losses came by getting stopped very early in his career. He got thrown in the foul of McCall.
Really good right now. He's just taking his time, picking his shots. He's just basically trying to just stay there and try to intimidate him, but I don't feel it's going to work against Moskaev.
Scheduled for 12. Stand right in front of him. Fields doesn't want to do that. Next time a nice body shot. Certainly got Fields bring his hand.
Despite Fields' antics, Moskaev remained focused, outworking him and landing cleaner shots.
You'll see the punch to land, okay?
Well, good instructions, Bover. Kind of hard sometimes to make that step to the right if you're a right-handed fighter, Angel.
Moskaev dropped Fields twice in quick succession towards the end of round 6.
Push Fields to the ropes and tee off. That's a slap.
Though Fields managed to survive the round and rallied a bit in the 7th, he was eventually forced to quit after the round, unable to match Moskaev's skill and stamina.
The winner, Oleg Moskaev.
In February 2015, Carl Frampton defended his IBF Super Bantamweight title against Chris Avalos. The press conference saw both men trading harsh words, ending with Avalos shoving the champion. Avalos continued his trash talk during the pre-fight ring announcement and employed dirty tactics by hitting Frampton on the break.
Good luck to you both. Touch them up.
Chris, that fighters, one of the differences is the lateral movement and footwork of Frampton. You see early. Oh my, that's the second time that Avalos has hit on the break.
However, Frampton made Avalos pay for his actions by handing him a brutal beating through 5 rounds of a one-sided fight.
That was a thunderous right cross and he's backed Avalos into the ropes. The challenger.
Frampton's relentless assault forced the referee to stop the fight.
And stops the challenger. 5. Carl Frampton is cheered aloft.
Giovanni Estella faced Gerardo Caraballo in 2023 for an 8-round bout. During the pre-fight face-off, Caraballo wanted to intimidate Estella with an aggressive gesture. When the fight began, Estella quickly took control. He landed a series of powerful combinations that left Caraballo struggling to respond. Within the first round, Estella's relentless assault culminated in a devastating knockout. Leaving Caraballo on the canvas and securing a swift and emphatic victory for Estella. The cocky Caraballo was brutally humbled. In May 2010, British star Amir Khan made his US debut against former light welterweight champion Paulie Malignaggi. During the press conference, Malignaggi tried to provoke Khan with a throat-slitting gesture. However, in the ring, Khan's speed and power were too much for Malignaggi to handle. Khan consistently landed brutal punches that Malignaggi did not see coming.
Being used to great effect here. It's not so much. So Malignaggi to bounce all around Khan.
To Harold's point about the jab, combination there from Khan.
By round 11, the referee stopped the fight to save Malignaggi from further punishment, solidifying Khan's dominance. In January 2015, Cornelius Whitlock and Greg Jackson squared off in a scheduled 4-round bout. Both men got off to a strong start, trading punches and displaying solid boxing abilities.
Can hit you. Here he comes in behind the jab and scored with the right. It's Facebook page and score along. We will update those results throughout the night.
In round 2, Whitlock caught Jackson with a clean shot and dropped him. Whitlock mocked Jackson by dancing over him.
He opened up and caught him! My, oh my, he was dancing while he was still going down!
However, Jackson managed to survive, and in round 3, he returned the favor by knocking Whitlock out, earning the win and doing his own victory dance.
In from Jackson as he's on the attack, and Jackson.
Behave like a... Well, right now that dance, and I don't know about that.
In February 2009, former unified world champion Juan Diaz faced Mexican legend Juan Manuel Marquez for the vacant WBA Super and WBO lightweight titles. Diaz got off to a strong start, controlling the early rounds.
This is going to be a hellacious war between a younger and older fighter in this cultural Mexican tradition of willing to mix it up.
After the bell in the first round, Diaz tried to show off by taunting Marquez, but Marquez remained unfazed.
Marquez trying to fire back, lands a right cross and a left hook. Round 1 is an all-out war. And
As the fight progressed, Marquez began to find his rhythm.
asserting his energy again. He'll have to go to work on Diaz between rounds.
Marquez is...
In round 9, Marquez landed a huge uppercut that knocked Diaz down.
Supposedly the stronger man. And he's hurt. A huge uppercut. Down goes Diaz. Can he make it out of the ring? 35 seconds to go.
Marquez then unleashed a series of body shots, knocking Diaz out and securing a dramatic comeback victory.
Marquez, go to the body. Look at him go to the body to try to set up the finish, and what a right hand, and that...
Humbling the cocky Diaz in the process. In October 2020, 21-year-old Justis Huni made his professional debut against Faiga Opelu for the Australian heavyweight title. Opelu came out firing from the opening bell, but had little impact on Huni.
Huni picks him off, pushing forward again.
Yeah, great work from Huni early, just touching him to beautiful work. Oh, no.
Frustrated, Opelu began taunting Huni to force mistakes.
Huni
he's in great shape to do the championship. Nice work.
That is
nice
quality stuff from Justice Uni. And a left hook to follow as well. To the body and upstairs. Opaloo leaves himself open. Two as he takes a right hand.
He's taken a lot of shots, Opaloo.
Now he takes a few. And he's
Huni remained focused, landing crazy punches until Opaloo's corner threw in the towel to save him from more punishment.
I think taking
working hard, and that's a big right hand.
Taking more than he bargained for. There's it out.
Comes in.
Huni's dominant performance marked the beginning of his promising career, and the Dirty Rat was beaten.
The new Australian heavyweight champion.
In December 2014, David Lemieux defended his NABF middleweight title against two-time former world title challenger Gabriel Rosado. Rosado sneakily landed a punch during the fight introduction,
Tap it up, and here we go.
Feeling is this is Lemieux's fight early.
which only angered Lemieux.
Hold up and continue to put in some offensive work himself.
Good shot, left hook.
That's the difference maker.
Rosado trapped in the corner. Good hard left hook again, and down goes Rosado.
Throughout the fight, Rosado continued to showboat and call for more shots.
I'll come and get you.
Lemieux landed a left hook to the body.
Trying to psychologically break.
Brooklyn.
This is why the fans love Gabriel Rosado. Win, lose, or draw. Where you said it, where he's slightly pushing Lemieux back.
Lemieux was bothered by what he thought was a low shot.
But Lemieux obliged and battered him, shutting one of his eyes. The ringside doctor eventually intervened and stopped the fight in round 10.
Can't seem to make up his mind.
I believe that's the doctor on the ring roll.
And it's over.
It's very difficult eye test that Rosado was passing.
In November 2022, internet sensations and rivals Dean the Great and Waleed Sharks faced off for the Misfit Boxing's MBF lightweight title. Things got heated during the press conference when Waleed sucker punched Dean the Great. Waleed got off to a good start, building a strong lead and dominating the first two rounds.
Nice left hook. He set it up, Dodge. He set it up. Oh, short right hand.
Hey, both these guys. That is a knockdown. That is a right hand.
Right back.
That's going to be interesting.
He continued to taunt his opponent, appearing to get away with the disrespect.
He's doing a great job. He's jabbing to the body, then he's coming up top and he's going left hook or right.
Oh! What is he doing there?
That's not.
However, in round 3, Dean made a comeback and knocked out Waleed with a perfectly timed shot, changing everything and securing the victory.
No way!
Waleed Sharks. He's got clear streak.
And boy, did he ever! A lightning.
In December 2017, Cletus Selden faced Yves Ulysse Jr. in a 10-round light welterweight bout. Selden came into the fight with a perfect record of 21-0, while Ulysse was coming off a controversial split decision loss. Selden, known for his aggressive style, tried to mock Ulysse by calling for punches.
Superior amateur backgrounds, they definitely have the advantage early in the fight. He's a very smart
Sitting duck for the right hand.
fighter.
Really Selden, the number one tactical error he's made is he's swinging wild left hooks upstairs to try to. I mean that.
Go!
But he soon regretted it.
This is where you find out if the interesting pressure fighter who can hit.
Selden's out of his depth here and down for a third time in the fight. He tackles Ulysse, lefts and rights.
Despite his clowning, Selden was outclassed and easily battered throughout the fight, with Ulysse winning by a wide margin on points. The face-off between Ella Brooke, an OnlyFans and adult movie star, and Ms. Danielka was anything but ordinary. During their face-to-face segment a few days prior, Ms. Danielka attempted to physically confront Elle, even trying to throw a chair at her. The day before the fight, during their stare-down, Ms. Danielka used her height advantage to intimidate Ella, overconfidently pushing towards her, mocking her height, and making fun of her.
Both ladies ready, only one day away.
Despite her limited English, Danielka managed to throw some cocky words Ella's way.
What's your last message to Elle?
Kiss my ass and see you tomorrow, bitch.
When fight day arrived, the much shorter L.A. Brooke showed incredible resilience and skill. Throughout 5 intense rounds, she systematically broke down the overconfident Danielka.
There's some things you just can't control. This is not only a showcase for her skills, but you have to go back to it. It was keeping the fight at range.
All that and then get inside it and not be hurt, which she's just starting to do now.
Ella's determination and tactical prowess were evident as she outperformed her taller opponent. In the end, Elle Brooke emerged victorious, defeating the cocky showboater and proving that size and arrogance are no match for true grit and strategy. The identities of these two fighters are unknown, but their actions in the ring left a lasting impression. The bout began with the cocky opponent entering the ring with an overwhelming display of confidence. She screamed at the top of her lungs, taunting her rival with arrogant gestures and flaunting her supposed superiority. However, as soon as the fight commenced, the dynamic changed dramatically. The confident fighter's bravado quickly dissolved as her opponent showcased superior skill and strategy. Each move was calculated, every strike precise. The confident fighter found herself outclassed at every turn. The match ended with a decisive TKO, leaving the once boastful fighter humbled and defeated. The press conference face-off between Cheyenne Vlismas and Karolina Wojcik was charged with tension. Karolina attempted to intimidate Cheyenne with a cocky and aggressive demeanor, trying to assert her dominance even before the fight began. When the match started, Cheyenne quickly demonstrated who truly held the upper hand. Despite Karolina managing to get on top of Cheyenne early in the fight, Cheyenne remained unfazed. From her position underneath, she launched a relentless series of punches. Her determination and striking power turned the tide, and Cheyenne emerged victorious, decisively defeating the overconfident Karolina.
Cheyenne, the warrior princess!
A very recent and highly anticipated fight saw Alexander Usyk facing Tyson Fury, who has long been considered one of the greatest heavyweights. Leading up to the bout, Tyson Fury displayed his confidence.
I'm gonna bust him! Sausage, ugly little man, rabbit. Run, rabbit, run, run, run. Look at him, his heart's pounding now. He's like a little pussy with an earring in. Shit house.
And when they had their stare down, Tyson Fury showed his confidence and acted like he owned the place. During the fight, Fury's cockiness was on full display. He made gestures and taunted Usyk, seemingly believing he was in control. Fazed by Fury's gestures, began to dominate the fight, landing powerful punches that had Fury on the ropes. In the later rounds, Usyk almost knocked Fury out, but Fury was saved by
for the bell ring!
Despite Fury's efforts, Usyk secured the win, proving that even the most confident fighters can be brought down by underestimating their opponents. In a memorable karate combat match, Davis Ferreras started strong, aiming for an early victory over Vitaly Cherton.
He doesn't like it when he gets put down. It was so slow that he thought it was going to happen.
Ferreras dominated from the start, mocking and taunting Cherton with overconfidence. He even went as far as showing his tongue, convinced he would soon knock out Cherton. However, Cherton was unfazed by Ferreras' antics. Shortly after Ferreras' last taunt, Cherton demolished him with a flurry of precise strikes. securing a decisive victory and proving that underestimating an opponent can lead to a swift downfall. In a 2016 bout, Thomas Williams Jr. entered the ring with a confident demeanor. Stevenson quickly knocked Williams down in the first round, demonstrating his power early on. Despite this setback, Williams came back strong in the second round, shaking his head to indicate that Stevenson's punches didn't hurt him. Williams even invited Stevenson to hit him more, and began dancing in the ring.
The champ was staggered at the end of round 2.
Displaying a cocky attitude. This overconfidence, however, would soon be his downfall. Shortly after his taunting and dancing, Stevenson landed a powerful blow that knocked Williams out cold.
Superman!
The cocky gestures and bravado were swiftly silenced as Williams lay on the canvas. In the lead-up to a kickboxing fight between Badr Hari and Rozosek, Badr Hari's arrogance was on full display. During the early press conferences, Hari declared he was done being humble and confidently predicted his victory.
Wait until I win. Being humble over.
His overconfidence was further showcased during the weigh-in, where he aggressively pushed Rozosek, displaying a dirty and disrespectful attitude. As the fight commenced, Hari initially dominated, knocking Rozosek down 3 times with powerful punches.
I can just guarantee you there'll be shot down. Oh, and he's down for a sec. Ready to go.
Despite his aggressive tactics, including a punch after the bell in one of the later rounds,
that's the round.
Rozosek's resilience shone through. Each time he was knocked down, he got back up, ready to continue the fight. In a dramatic turn of events, fed up with Hari's unsportsmanlike conduct, Rozosek launched a powerful counteroffensive. In what became one of the greatest comebacks in kickboxing history, Rozosek knocked the cocky Hari out.
It is over.
Securing a stunning victory and proving that arrogance often leads to downfall. Alim Nabiev, known for his ostentatious behavior, faced Cedric Doumbé. In their first encounter, Nabiev's showboating and mind games allowed him to win by a narrow split decision.
Alim Nabiev!
However, in the rematch, Doumbé came prepared and ignored Nabiev's antics. Nabiev's underhanded tactics, including sneaky attacks and rabbit punches, only served to anger Doumbé.
An exchange in the middle of the ring. And look at this! There's the back of the head. Stop! Whoa! Time!
In response, Doumbé delivered a series of powerful blows, forcing Nabiev to dance around the ring before ultimately knocking him out. Butterbean, a hefty fighter with a penchant for brawling, often faced opponents who mocked his physique. Jackie Beard, confident in his muscular build, taunted Butterbean throughout their fight.
Through this round. Looking to load up that time. Beard says, no, you hit me on the shoulder. Puts right up. Bean was doing a little hot dogging there.
Yeah, they like pillows unless you get hit with that.
Mike Tyson, he does want Tyson. He thinks, look, he feels that Tyson doesn't fight more than 4.
However, Butterbean's coach had a secret weapon, chocolate syrup.
Boxing 4-round fights. Well, he's a good guy, and he knows.
Between rounds, Butterbean received a boost from this unexpected source which fueled his determination. With renewed energy, Butterbean unleashed a devastating right hook, knocking Beard out cold and wiping the smug smile off his face.
Oh, the big right hand, and that dropped it, and I mean dropped it. Bean's been waiting for that shot, and there was nothing fluke about that. That's it, he's still out.
Artur Szpilka, notorious for his dirty tactics,
gonna kick his ass. Remember, champ, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Faced off against the undefeated Deontay Wilder. Before the fight, Szpilka tried to provoke Wilder with a nasty headbutt, setting the stage for a heated battle.
Saturday, baby, you going deal. You going deal. You going down. Deal. Yes, deal. And going down. Yes, deal. You going down. Yes, deal. Going down.
In the ring, Szpilka continued his taunting, dodging, and weaving with confidence while landing some solid hooks that momentarily staggered Wilder.
Szpilka dropped the straight right hand. On the top of the head. Big right hand there, but no left hook. The right hand and just missed another one. Wilder does get that one home.
Szpilka's overconfidence was evident as he mocked Wilder, but this arrogance proved costly. Wilder unleashed a powerful right hand that sent Szpilka crashing to the canvas, knocking him out cold.
There you go. He's coming in. He's out cold. Referee just needs air time, but he's sitting there counting. What are you counting for? Definitely. Don't back up.
In a shocking upset, Vladimir Klitschko was knocked down and out by the experienced Corey Sanders. The fight, which was expected to be a routine title defense for Klitschko, turned into a nightmare as Sanders' powerful punches forced Klitschko into a vulnerable position.
The eyebrow. Long time to go in the round situation. He was able to come back and knock Sanders.
Sanders is hitting him with.
And he's attacking to try to get out. And this is not going to go well. Another knockdown. The fourth.
Despite Klitschko's efforts, he couldn't recover, and Sanders emerged victorious. However, the Klitschko family sought revenge. A year later, Vitaly Klitschko, Vladimir's brother, faced Sanders in the ring. Driven by a desire for retribution, Vitaly methodically dismantled Sanders, delivering powerful blows and ultimately forcing the referee to stop the fight.
Schauen Sie, was der wegsteckt. Und geht dazwischen, der Kampf ist aus. Klitschko ist Weltmeister. John Charlie konnte es nicht.
Larry Holmes, a former sparring partner of Muhammad Ali, challenged the aging legend in a bid to capitalize on his fame. Holmes, confident and arrogant, believed he could easily defeat Ali.
We knock Ali out and we go home and spend time with my family.
I say Ali used to float like a butterfly, he used to sting like a bee. But when he fight Larry Holmes, he'll fall in round 3.
I'm gonna fall in 3.
Throughout the fight, Holmes unleashed a brutal assault, and Ali's corner was forced to stop the fight to protect him.
Ali taking a tremendous punishment here. Angelo Dundee wants to stop the fight. That's it. They stopped the fight at TKO as a technical knockout.
However, Karma had other plans. Mike Tyson, a young fan of Ali, took up the challenge to avenge his idol. In a later fight, Tyson demolished Holmes with relentless aggression.
Larry Holmes cannot continue that round after round. Oh, a big right hand there. How do you feel? It's up to 7 and 8. He knows he has him in trouble. It's the right. Larry's ready to go again. He's going to hang on, or they'll stop the fight. Down he goes. Larry's hurt. It's all over. He is knocked out. He didn't.
Delivering justice for Ali and reminding Holmes of the true meaning of respect. Lennox Lewis, a legendary heavyweight champion, faced a shocking defeat against Hasim Rahman, who knocked him out cold.
Oh, he's got him! He's got him! Has gone! Lewis has gone! It's another upset of...
Rahman's unexpected victory led to widespread doubt about Lewis's abilities.
Did you take him too lightly?
No, not really. This is what happens in heavyweight boxing. You get caught with a good shot, you don't beat the count, they stop the fight. Simple as that, but there's always a next time.
In the rematch, Rahman's overconfidence and taunts were evident.
What you mean? I just said it. What you want me to say? What you want me to say? Same thing like what? Like what?
However, Lewis was determined to reclaim his titles. During the fight, Lewis used strategic punches to create a false sense of security for Rahman. Then, with 2 powerful hooks, Lewis knocked Rahman out, reclaiming his championship status.
Telling him not to counterpunch. Boom! Will Rahman get up, or have the tables been turned? Is it over? Lennox Lewis got revenge.
Ryan Jett's disrespectful behavior was apparent from the start of his match with Joe Elmore. Ignoring his opponent, Jett exuded arrogance. Elmore, on the other hand, initiated the bout with a very interesting strike, showcasing his talent with impressive skills. However, a slight miscalculation led to Elmore being knocked down towards the end of the round.
Elmore telegraphed it. There's the right down the tube from Jet. Oh, hit him with the uppercut on the way back up. Elmore could...
Jet nearly secured another knockdown, but the bell saved Elmore. The second round did not favor Elmore, as Jet dominated, nearly knocking him out again. The entire round was one-sided, with Elmore barely making it to the third round. Unfortunately for him, the third round brought even more misfortune as Jet resorted to an eye poke.
He got bent over so far by that right hand. Oh, what happened there? Ooh, naughty boy. Joe. See a replay of that.
Despite this, Elmore showed resilience, deciding to continue the fight. Realizing the need to change his strategy, Elmore swiftly went for Jet's legs, securing a submission and claiming victory.
Tried to catch him. Rose for nice. Wow.
Turning the tables on his disrespectful opponent. Kamila Smogolecka, notorious for her taunting and arrogance, faced Kamila Wybranczyk. Smogolecka mocked Wybranczyk before the fight, underestimating her opponent. In the ring, Smogolecka's initial dominance was short-lived. Wybranczyk swiftly turned the tide, landing a powerful punch to Smogolecka's nose, followed by relentless hammer fist strikes.
Oj, teraz będzie parter. Dobrze broni Zusi, ale jest wykaczona. Zusi próbuje się bronić. Musi. Na razie nie dzieje się jej dużo action. Nie, teraz dostaje dużo ciosów.
Wybrańczyk's aggression culminated in a chokehold, forcing Smogolecka to tap out. Smogolecka's cocky attitude was thoroughly beaten out of her by Wybranczyk.
Kamiszka Wybranczyk!
Geronimo Mondragon attempted to intimidate Vyacheslav Datsik with aggressive antics, screaming and pushing him during the face-off. Despite his efforts to look fearsome, Mondragon's over-the-top behavior made him seem more like a desperate showman than a serious contender. From the moment the fight began, Datsik remained calm and focused, paying no attention to Mondragon's antics. As Mondragon continued his theatrical display, Datsik seized the opportunity and delivered a powerful sledgehammer-like punch in the first round. The blow was so strong that it sent Mondragon crashing to the canvas. Abruptly ending his performance and silencing his loudmouth antics. The Dirty Geronimo was defeated. The fight for the vacant WBC heavyweight belt featured undefeated Riddick Bowe and the hard-hitting Elijah Tillery. During the pre-fight explanation of the rules, Tillery sent a mocking air kiss in Bowe's direction, which offended the man from the ghetto.
Gang. Gang.
In the first round, Bowe responded with a powerful punch that sent the kiss master to lie on the canvas. Frustrated, Tillery resorted to dirty tactics by kicking Bowe several times while he was down.
There's the bell, and now some extra work. Oh, a little kickboxing. Stand for that. Rock Newman, the manager of Riddick Bowe, in a take.
This unsportsmanlike conduct led to Tillery's disqualification. Angered by Tillery's behavior, Bowe unleashed a series of furious punches, kicking the rat out of the ring. Tillery demanded an immediate rematch to prove he wasn't an ordinary fighter. During the rematch, Tillery held Bowe off with his jab initially and began celebrating his victory prematurely.
Well, Tillery in hand and missed there. Tillery back with a good body shot with the left, several weeks apart. Tillery lands another jab. He won that first round, no doubt.
However, Bowe hadn't forgotten Tillery's dirty deeds. With relentless aggression, Bowe's powerful punches pierced through Tillery's defenses, forcing him to turn his back in submission.
Oh, what an uppercut. That's it. He turned his back. He's hurt.
Bowe's uppercuts were so fierce that Tillery, mentally and physically overwhelmed, refused to continue the fight. After this bout, Tillery never tasted victory again, marking the end of his boxing career on a somber note.
Riddick, Big Daddy Bowe!
In March 2004, Nate Campbell faced Robbie Peden. Known for his head movement, Peden aimed to frustrate Campbell by dodging his punches.
Counter right hand. And from Campbell, look at that combination. Campbell, on the other hand, does.
He does. He was an even match for Casamayor.
He does.
And Casamayor's a top guy.
Peden again.
Keep his hands up against a guy like this.
What a round of... Much better round for Campbell. Again, right to the head, right to the body.
Campbell landed several significant shots, but Peden's dodges proved effective. Confident in his lead, Campbell dropped his guard, taunting Peden and showing his disdain. However, this act of arrogance was a grave mistake. Peden seized the opportunity, delivering a precise blow to Campbell's head, knocking him out.
Peden right up with that shot. Oh! There's a left hand by Peden Campbell! That's it!
What a shock! What a shock!
Campbell's overconfidence cost him the fight, as Peden's unexpected counterattack taught him a valuable lesson in humility and respect. At a bare-knuckle tournament, Evgeny Kurdanov faced Zelimkhan Dukayev. Kurdanov extended his hand to greet Dukayev, who ignored him. Kurdanov smashed Dukayev, while Dukayev clumsily missed punches, which made him furious. Realizing he wouldn't win fairly, Dukayev resorted to dirty moves, trying to take Kurdanov down and hitting his lying opponent. Dukayev didn't stop there and landed an illegal blow to the back of Kurdanov's head. Tired of tolerating such sneaky actions, Kurdanov delivered a knockout punch, thus punishing Dukayev for his scoundrel-like behavior. Shortly before joining the UFC, Dricus Du Plessis fought British fighter Yannick Bahati.
For them is you.
Bahati provoked Du Plessis, claiming to have slept with Du Plessis' girlfriend and then slapped him.
I will gas, and my response was I told him, ask your girlfriend.
Fighting for his girlfriend's honor, Du Plessis went forward aggressively. Bahati defended himself, and the fight turned into a brawl.
Early on, for the whole touch. Yeah, Dricus head hunting early on. Yannick Bahati's right hand by Du Plessis now chases it up.
In the end, Du Plessis made Bahati pay for his words, forcing him to tap out.
Shots from behind, he's looking for the takedown. Du Plessis got a hold of his neck. I think he's got it. He's got all his worth. He's a strong man.
After the victory, Du Plessis showed a rude gesture and shouted joyfully in Bahati's face, avenging the insults.
Guillotine and the new EFC middleweight champion of the world.
In a highly anticipated match, bodybuilder Mikhail Koklyaev faced seasoned fighter Alexander Emelianenko. Before the fight, Koklyaev provoked Emelianenko by throwing his cap at him.
Что? Ты слишком много говоришь. Что ты делаешь? Слишком много говоришь.
However, Emelianenko quickly demonstrated that fighting prowess surpasses strength. From the start, Emelianenko dominated, landing heavy punches and breaking down Koklyaev's defenses. Despite Koklyaev's efforts, Emelianenko's relentless attacks culminated in a powerful punch that sent Koklyaev to the canvas, ending the match decisively. Koklyaev's provocation backfired, leaving him humiliated in the ring. The build-up to the Deji vs. Fusi fight was marked by contrasting attitudes. Deji remained calm and composed during press conferences and interviews, while Fusi exuded cockiness. Fusi taunted Deji for living comfortably at his mom's house and eating his mom's food, likening him to a little boy.
Talking about showing that he never gives up and never stops. Right. He hasn't faced any real adversity in life yet. He's still living with his mom and dad, so he goes home, eats his mom's cooking, and living comfortably. He's a comfortable, successful, paid YouTuber. He's never hit rock bottom, so there's levels to it, so it's different.
Fusi's arrogance was further fueled by his recent fitness transformation.
He sees my fitness transformation, he reads the comments, I know he's thinking about me.
Despite Fusi's provocations, Deji kept his responses short and focused, simply stating that he planned to have fun in the ring.
I'm gonna just get in that ring and I'm gonna have fun, simple as that.
When the fight began, Deji's preparation and strategy quickly became evident.
Pressure right away.
Got him again! Got him again! Oh, wow, Deji's all over him here. And Fusi's in a bit of trouble.
He outboxed Fusi from the start, showcasing superior technique. In the second round, Deji landed a powerful jab that knocked Fusi down.
He's great at rolling. He set it down with a jab!
By the third round, Fusi's corner threw in the towel, conceding the fight to Deji. Deji emerged victorious, having silenced his cocky opponent with his performance in the ring. The fight between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury was a crazy one, given their starkly different backgrounds. Jake Paul, a Disney star turned YouTube celebrity, was known for his cockiness and bold claims. In contrast, Tommy Fury, an actual boxer, carried the legacy of the Fury boxing family. Leading up to the fight, Jake Paul was relentlessly cocky. He belittled Tommy, claiming he wouldn't last even 3 rounds and dismissing his previous opponents as unskilled taxi drivers. Legitimate boxer. The cocky Disney star was humbled, with Tommy Fury proving that true boxing skill and legacy cannot be overshadowed by bravado. Time for another Tommy Fury fight where he humbled another cocky YouTuber. This time, it was KSI who wasted no time being cocky, claiming he would end Tommy Fury's career and that Tommy would lose to a YouTuber.
This will be the day that you'll hate for the rest of your life. When I beat you, that day will be a constant reminder that you lost to a YouTuber. You don't need this as much as I do.
We're shaking. Oh, we're terrified.
Oh, God. You can't help but laugh. The laugh on it.
KSI even said that Tommy would cry to his dad once he realized how good KSI was.
Dad, what's going on? We didn't train for this. How do I deal with this?
You'll be the one running when you feel my power. Hey, what do you think about my power then? I'm gonna follow you over. Wait!
However, on fight day, the story unfolded differently. KSI came out looking like he was doing jumping jacks, managing to land a few good hits on Tommy. Despite this, Tommy stayed cool and composed, showcasing his superior boxing skills. Tommy ultimately won the fight, much to the dismay of KSI. Even after the fight, KSI remained cocky, claiming he was robbed and attempting to appeal the decision.
Robbery. It's a robbery, bro. How many jabs did he land? How many jabs did you land? You didn't get any amount of times he hit me in the back of the head. So many times. I felt like I won that. I felt like I won that.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way, bro.
Appeal that we made. I wanted to try and right what was wrong. Me and my team put up a case to the PBA to explain why I didn't lose that fight.
However, the appeal confirmed Tommy's victory. In the end, Tommy Fury once again proved that true boxing skill triumphs over bravado, humbling another cocky YouTuber in the process. South Korean kickboxer Soo Park and Japanese kickboxer Musashi met at the K1 World Grand Prix tournament in 2007. In the opening round, Park hit Musashi with repeated low blows that sent Musashi to the canvas in pain. Despite these illegal strikes, Musashi showed remarkable resilience. Once the action resumed, Musashi composed himself and delivered a brutal combination that landed flush on Park's jaw. The powerful strikes flattened Park, showcasing Musashi's superior skill and determination and securing a satisfying victory. In May 2019, South Korean mixed martial artist Kwon Ah-sol returned to the ring after 29 months to defend his Road FC lightweight title against Mansoor Barnawi. During the press conference, Kwon tried to intimidate Barnawi by starting a brawl, but the challenger remained unfazed. Once in the ring, Barnawi dominated the fight from the start. He skillfully avoided Kwon's attacks and quickly took control. Barnawi secured a choke submission, forcing Kwon to tap out in the first round.
Just absolutely dominated him, and he's knocked him down. It's a full mount. Arsol's in. It's going in deeper.
Almost
so and there it is. Over. First round. That's all it took.
The defending champion's attempts at intimidation proved ineffective against Barnawi's superior skill. The cocky champion had lost his throne. In 2016, the undefeated Rashid Kassem, known as Dream, faced off against Joe Murray. At the weigh-in, Kassem tried to provoke Murray by getting in his face, showing his overconfidence.
Why are you doing that? Hey, why are you doing that? You're pushing onto me? No.
Kassem's arrogance was evident as he displayed his cockiness before the fight. However, once the fight started, it was clear that Kassem was outmatched. In the first round, he was hit by a straight punch from Murray, which significantly diminished his confidence.
And he's caught himself now with a nice straight right-hand counter from Murray, and now it's Kassim who's in trouble and down.
Unbelievable. Where did that come from Joe?
Despite his efforts, Kassem could only last until the 6th round, where Murray's relentless assault led to him knocking out Kassem cold.
Oh, great shot! Great right hand, and that might be good night. He's struggling upwards bravely, but the referee said that's it, and he was a peach of a right.
Leaving him defeated and humbled. Denapa Big Shot Camp, a Thai boxer who transitioned to boxing, was known for mocking his opponents to break their spirit. In his bout with Ahmed Dib, Big Shot Camp immediately showcased his clownish behavior, taunting Dib.
Undefeated, 12 fights, 12 wins, 7 inside the... He's making a lot of facial gestures here. Didn't much of this, I can tell you. Have a look at this.
He's creating some banter, isn't he?
300 Muay Thai fights before he went into boxing. Maybe, keep him up a bit. It's a complete sign of disrespect.
However, Dib remained focused and stuck to his traditional fighting style. During an exchange, Big Shot Camp's showboating cost him dearly as Dib landed a powerful double punch, knocking him down.
And once a Muay Thai fighter, always.
Yeah.
Sound asleep. That's a big victory.
Big Shot Camp, unaware of where and who he was, started doing push-ups.
Big punch. What?
But the referee stopped the fight for Big Shot Camp's safety, ending his antics. Rafael Reyes, known for his aggressive and showboating nature, faced the technically skilled Mark Magsayo in a bout for the IBF featherweight title. From the start, Reyes tried to intimidate Magsayo by taunting him and urging him to fight in the center of the ring.
Beautiful. Double leg hook. Okay. Keep hitting me. Oh, now he caught it. He got into trouble with that overhand right.
Getting cocky, itong si...
Despite Reyes' provocations, Magsayo remained focused and began to systematically dismantle his opponent.
Good, they're exchanging uppercuts. Parehong malakas ang dalawang boksingero. Body shots by Magsayo. A flurry of left hooks.
Frustrated by his inability to break Magsayo's composure, Reyes resorted to a dirty tactic, delivering a sneaky kick to Magsayo's groin.
By Magsayo. Reyes comes back. Forcing to keep his punches up.
This underhanded move gave Reyes a temporary advantage, allowing him to land a few blows. However, Magsayo quickly recovered and unleashed a powerful series of strikes, dominating Reyes and forcing him to reconsider his unsportsmanlike behavior.
What a flurry. Oh, beautiful right hand. And Reyes must go down.
Reyes is hurt.
Oh, another cracking right hand. Reyes in trouble.
What an uppercut!
Ultimately, Magsayo's skill and determination prevailed, and Reyes' showboating was thoroughly punished. Ricardo Mayorga, a former gang leader known for his disrespect and taunting, faced Felix Trinidad. Before the fight, Mayorga mocked Trinidad, carrying a poster of him and belittling his abilities. In the ring, Mayorga invited Trinidad to hit him, dropping his hands in a show of arrogance. This strategy backfired when Trinidad landed a powerful overhand left, followed by a relentless series of punches.
Oh, good hook. Oh, what a big left hook. There you go. Mayorga not throwing at all. Weathering the storm again. Trinidad hits him flush with an uppercut.
Up with the counter nine.
Pulling it back. Savage left hook by Trinidad. Mayorga goes down.
The referee stopped the fight to prevent further damage, teaching Mayorga a harsh lesson about the consequences of his behavior.
I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me.
Bernard Hopkins, despite being 51, arrogantly challenged the young Joe Smith Jr. At the pre-fight press conference, Hopkins belittled Smith, claiming he would teach him a lesson.
We ain't gonna preach, but we're just gonna talk about common. Special. Common. Common man. Special man.
In the ring, Hopkins relied on his defensive skills, but Smith relentlessly broke through. Smith landed a powerful combination, knocking Hopkins out of the ring and securing a decisive victory.
The fourth. Good body shots again by Joe Smith.
Oh, big right hand by Joe Smith.
Hopkins, two possible opponents.
Oh, big right hand.
He's out. Oh, outrage. Oh, God.
My gosh.
He should have 20 seconds.
This fight marked the end of Hopkins' career, as the aging legend was forced into retirement by the younger, hungrier fighter. Michalis Zambidis faced the provocative Gurkan Ozkan, who's known for his brash antics. Before the fight, Ozkan mocked Zambidis, even bringing a pillow to the press conference, suggesting he would put him to sleep.
At the press conference, I'm going to bring a pillow to the ring because I'm going to put him to sleep. I'm going to knock him out.
I'll speak with you not now. No, honestly, no, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to do nothing. If you think you're tough, come on.
In the ring, Ozkan's taunting continued.
Zambidis will starve to death rolling. And Zambidis taunting. Gurkan taunting Zambidis. Monster! Oh, straight right hand smack bang with a kisser from Zambidis. Oh, Zambidis gets a kiss. Ozkan kisses him. End of that round. Two guys, they're talking to each other. I've never seen Zambidis talk to an opponent. Never.
It's certainly a very personal fight, Michael.
Extremely personal, Will. Ozkan looking a lot more confident in this round. Turns it around with the right hand.
As the rounds progressed, Zambidis' patience paid off. By the 12th round, he unleashed a series of powerful combinations, ultimately landing a knockout punch that ended Ozkan's mockery and secured a victory. The cocky rat was beaten.
Oh, he's so cold! He's so cold! The most incredible right hand we have ever seen! Oh, my!
Melvin Manhoef, known for his sneaky actions, faced Bob Schreiber in an MMA match. Before the fight, Schreiber extended his hand in a sign of respect, but Manhoef arrogantly ignored it.
Once again, gives him the hand, and he doesn't want to do it. Well, the tone is set for this fight.
During the fight, Manhoef knocked Schreiber down and unleashed a barrage of attacks, including illegal punches to the back of the head. Schreiber, however, weathered the storm and retaliated with a series of powerful punches, ultimately defeating Manhoef and teaching him a lesson in respect.
He's almost unconscious. I think there's a big problem there. It's out, it's over. Melvin Manhoef is not really responding.
In November 2022, Olympic champion Bahadir Jalolov faced Curtis Harper. Harper, exuding overconfidence, quickly resorted to dirty tactics, including a sneaky headbutt early in the fight.
You're right. If he added power. Come here. No. Purposeful headbutt. Don't.
Despite being warned by the referee, Harper continued with his underhanded moves, trying to gain an unfair advantage. Jalolov, angered by Harper's unsportsmanlike behavior, cornered him and began to unleash a relentless series of powerful blows. Harper managed to survive momentarily, but Jalolov's continued assault left him no chance.
Now we threw an uppercut with him.
And down goes Harper.
A lot of heart here. No. And this one is over.
Yeah.
Jalolov ultimately knocked Harper out, delivering a decisive punishment for his dirty tactics and reaffirming the importance of fair play in the ring. Let's talk about the Samedov versus Morisanu fight. Morisanu entered the ring overflowing with confidence, strutting around and mocking Samedov in an attempt to get into his head. However, the reality of the fight was a stark contrast to his bravado. Just a few seconds into the first round, Samedov, calm and focused, delivered a precise and powerful kick that sent Morisanu crashing to the canvas.
Смотрите, как проваливает и делает дурака из своего соперника. Хорошо колено! Здорово, попадание есть точно!
The knockout was instant and decisive. It was a humbling experience for Morisanu, serving as a powerful reminder that in kickboxing, true strength and skill always triumph over arrogance and showboating. Another notable fight is the Bongala versus Nabaye fight. Nabaye's cockiness was evident right from the start at the weigh-in, where he aggressively tried to intimidate Bongala, screaming in his face and displaying excessive bravado. His aggressive and cocky attitude continued as he entered the ring, but it didn't take long for his confidence to crumble. From the moment the fight began, Bongala dominated with superior technique and control. Nabaye's aggression was met with precise and powerful strikes from Bongala, who maintained his composure and focus throughout. In the end, Bongala emerged victorious. Yasuhiro versus Matsushita. At the beginning of the match, Matsushita was extremely cocky, making gestures and mocking Yasuhiro. Tired of Matsushita's antics, Yasuhiro responded with some gestures of his own, but quickly showed respect and focused on the fight. However, in the first round, Yasuhiro got knocked down, and Matsushita, thinking he had already won, started running around the ring in celebration. But the tables turned dramatically by the end of round 2. Yasuhiro, determined and composed, delivered a powerful knockout blow, defeating Matsushita.
Oh my God, what was that?
This victory was a clear example of how humility and perseverance can overcome arrogance and showboating. Pitbull versus Carvalho. And no, not that Pitbull and not that Pitbull. Anyway, at the weigh-in during the final face-off, Carvalho was incredibly cocky, making obnoxious gestures right in front of Pitbull.
To close out the quarterfinal round, the main event for the featherweight title held.
I'm a better striker than he is. He's only a counterpunch. You know, he started his career as a pitbull, but right now he's just a chess player.
Despite this, Pitbull remained calm and humble, not letting Carvalho's antics affect him. Once in the ring, Carvalho paid dearly for his cockiness. Pitbull dominated the entire fight, showcasing superior skill and control. In the end, Carvalho was knocked out and the cocky rat had lost. Let's highlight the Inoue versus Parenas fight. Throughout the match, Parenas was extremely cocky, constantly making gestures towards Inoue to show he wasn't hurt and that he was confident of victory. Despite Parenas' antics, Inoue remained focused and dominated the fight from the start. Parenas continued his showboating, but his behavior didn't last long. In round 2, Inoue delivered a decisive blow, knocking Parenas down and winning by TKO. Kerspui versus Kamish. The day before the match, during their final face-off, Kerspui was the picture of humility, keeping his cool and showing good sportsmanship. Kamish, on the other hand, was brimming with cockiness. He got up close to Kerspui, talking right in his face, trying to convince him that he was going to lose. Despite Kamish's disrespect, Kerspui extended his hand for a handshake, which Kamish arrogantly ignored. When the fight began, Kamish tried to look intimidating, clearly thinking he was going to win. However, as the match progressed, it became evident that Kamish's cockiness was misplaced. Kerspy's skill and determination shone through.
That's outside, and good night. His shot commit.
And he ended up winning the fight. Kamish, the cocky fighter, had lost, learning a harsh lesson in humility. Severov versus Sidorenko. Like many other cocky fighters, Sidorenko's arrogance was on full display during the pre-fight press conference. During the stare-down, Sidorenko took a step forward and made a gun gesture towards Severov, clearly thinking he had the win in the bag. However, when the fight started, it quickly became evident who the superior fighter was. Severov dominated the match from the beginning, showcasing his skill and control. As the fight progressed, Severov's dominance became undeniable.
Вот продолжает наносить. Владлен продолжает пассивную защиту.
In a fitting twist, Severov knocked out Sidorenko and, in a moment of poetic justice, made the same gun gesture back at his fallen opponent.
Невозможно продолжать.
The cocky fighter had been thoroughly humbled. Time for some bare-knuckle action with Famez versus Teague. At their face-off, Paul Teague showed up wearing a clown mask, a clear sign of his cockiness. Despite this, Famez kept his cool. However, the situation escalated when Teague randomly pushed Famez. When the fight started, Famez didn't waste any time. With a single punch, he knocked Paul Teague out, making bare-knuckle history.
Trucking gold trucks for Fames. Third grade trucks for Paul Teague. I don't know. He is down, and here is the count from Los Angeles.
He looked up right away and he sat right back down.
The cocky clown was beaten in spectacular fashion, proving once again that arrogance has no place in the ring. Time for a Canelo fight, but he wasn't the cocky one. At the weigh-in, Kirkland exuded overconfidence, shaking his head and making gestures to show Canelo he was ready. Like all the other cocky fighters, Kirkland's confidence was misplaced. When fight day came, Canelo outboxed him.
Well, Canelo taking his time and landing the big shot, knowing he right hand, down goes Kirkland. And coming back. And telling him to cut, there he is.
Uppercut, right uppercut continues to land. There's a perfect straight right hand.
In the end, Canelo took the W. Deontay Wilder versus Breazeale. At the press conference, Breazeale came out strong, making sure that Deontay Wilder would know that he was ready and not scared.
I'm Deontay Wilder's retirement plan. I'm gonna beat him so bad that he's not gonna want to ever lace up the gloves again. Nor is he gonna be physically fit and able to lace up the gloves again. This man's ugly face passes by. I'm sick of hearing you talk. It's time to get in the ring May 18th. Square off, mano a mano, one-on-one. Ain't nobody can save you. Your brother can't be there, your uncle, your side girls, all that stuff, nonsense. It's me and you, one-on-one.
He boldly declared that he would beat Wilder so badly that Wilder would retire and that Breazeale would become the champion.
The power is real. You're gonna feel every bit of it. I promise you that.
Wilder just laughed, knowing what was coming, when the match began. In July 2017, Albert Pagara clashed with veteran Aukkavi Kumani in a highly anticipated bout. Kumani dominated the early rounds, treating Pagara with blatant disrespect.
He's really taunting Pagara. Come on, hit me. Oh, look at that, he's taunting Pagara. Abina, you made me.
They seem to be having a lot of fun.
He taunted his opponent, dancing around the ring as if the match was a foregone conclusion. Kumani's antics included belittling gestures and mocking dance moves, taking his lack of sportsmanship to an extreme level. However, Pagara remained composed and seized a crucial moment, landing a powerful liver punch that knocked Kumani out cold.
Too much clowning.
The arrogant fighter's showboating was abruptly silenced by Pagara's decisive blow. At a boxing tournament in Jakarta, local favorite Marek Mazuch faced Brazil's Leandro Silva. Silva entered the ring exuding confidence, seeking to entertain the crowd with his flashy moves and arrogance. He dominated the first round, clearly outclassing Mazuch, and even performed a Brazilian dance to mock his opponent.
Making him miss, and then, like you said, make just those short, sharp little shots. He misses again. And I believe that's Apollo Creed. No, that's what Apollo Creed did in Rocky.
The crowd was captivated by Silva's antics, but Mazuch's determination turned the tide in the second round. With a powerful left hook, Mazuch knocked Silva out.
That has changed the tide of the fight, and he has earned victory. Wow!
Bringing an end to his premature celebrations and showboating and turning the bout in his favor. In 1990, undefeated Anthony Hambrick showcased his showmanship before his fight against Booker T. Ward. Hambrick's confidence bordered on arrogance, as he put on a performance that seemed more suited for a ballet than a boxing match.
He looked extremely loose, very confident, and he puts on a show.
He danced around the ring with an air of superiority, evading his opponent's attacks with ease and showing little respect. However, once the fight began, Booker T. Ward channeled the ferocity of Mike Tyson, delivering powerful and precise punches.
Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, and he has the smile wiped off his...
I feel like a champ, he said.
Booker T. right on top of Hambrick. He could smell it now. Hambrick, no balance, goes to okay.
He is
Can
hurt.
Survive the 20 seconds. It is over. 3 strikes and you're out. Booker T. Ward has come into the backyard of Anthony.
His overconfidence shattered in an instant by Ward's decisive victory, marking a significant moment in his career. Manuel Char's unsportsmanlike behavior against Alexander Povetkin was evident from the start. Char attempted to undermine Povetkin with grimaces and dirty tactics, showing a blatant disregard for sportsmanship. He used underhanded moves, trying to provoke Povetkin into making mistakes. However, Povetkin remained unfazed and focused on his strategy. He methodically dismantled Char with powerful and precise blows, eventually sending him out of the ring. The fight ended with Povetkin's clear victory over the disrespectful opponent, solidifying his reputation as a disciplined and formidable boxer. In a BKFC title fight, Hector Lombard resorted to dirty tactics by pulling his opponent's shorts and throwing an illegal punch, which incapacitated his opponent and secured Lombard the championship.
And new, undisputed BKFC World Cruiserweight Champion, Hector!
Following this unsportsmanlike behavior, a fighter named Lorenzo Hunt challenged Lombard and, during the stare down, Lombard again showed his sneaky nature by landing a cheap shot.
You know, Hector, Lorenzo Hunt in the ring. Oh, Jesus!
A couple of months after this, they both got in the ring. From the very first seconds, Hunt dominated Lombard, smashing his face and playing with him like a toy.
Fighters. And on cue, Hunt to the inside the right hand, drops Hector Lombard.
Hunt's relentless assault led to a unanimous decision victory, taking Lombard's title and delivering a harsh lesson for his despicable behavior.
New Police Gazette Diamond 185-pound world champion.
At the Cage Rage tournament, Attila Kubili faced Richard Boken. Richard extended his glove as a sign of respect, but Attila responded with a sucker punch, catching Richard off guard.
As I said, he's a brawler. It's what he's used to. You know, he's came into the elite. He's picked up a lot of skill and technique. But as you can see, he's too hungry. He's throwing the strikes already. He could get disqualified for this. This is really, really behavior.
The referee intervened, reprimanding Attila for his lack of sportsmanship. However, Attila's disregard for the rules persisted. He continued with illegal knee strikes to Richard's head. Realizing Attila wouldn't fight fairly, the referee took drastic action, choking Attila out and disqualifying him from the fight.
Versus grappler, but Attila's background is Vale-Tudo as well, so very similar in certain ways.
Grant Waltman looks as though he's struggling to pull Attila off of his opponent. Grant actually had to restrain Attila to stop him from fighting. Attila's getting aggressive. Behaviour by Attila here.
Richard Bagket walks out. Real controversy on our opening bouts here. Guys, what was it there?
Well, he threw the knee on the ground.
Attila's defeat was a direct consequence of his dirty tactics. The cocky rat had lost. At the Glory tournament, Harit Grigorian was dominating Myrtle Groenhart. Groenhart, realizing he couldn't win fairly, resorted to a cowardly sneak attack, striking Grigorian from behind.
According to all 5 judges, oh my! Defend yourself at all times! Hart with a big right hand KO!
Groenhart's premature celebration was short-lived as Grigorian's team stormed the ring, delivering immediate retribution.
You gotta fight the ring! People are attacking Myrtle Groenhart! It's insanity!
God, declare your winner, Groenhart!
Due to the controversial win, they decided to run it back in a rematch. Grigorian, cautious of Groenhart's sneaky tactics, attacked him fiercely from the start. Groenhart's efforts to fight back were useless.
Oh, that right hand connected, and Groenhart is dead! That is a knockdown! The new champ in the making! Harit Grigorian hitting the champ! What is it? The referee!
Grigorian's non-stop assault ended with a harsh knockdown, and the referee stopped the fight, ensuring Groenhart faced the consequences. The cocky rat got a taste of his own medicine. In December 2023, Dana Badgerel faced Freddy Masabo. During the stare-down, Masabo threw his belt around Badgerel's neck. A clear insult to Badgerel's Mongolian traditions. Despite Masabo's early dominance and illegal moves, Badgerel's resilience never wavered. He endured a barrage of punches and 2 knockdowns.
Secondary flurrying here, the Mongolian trying to recover. Straight back up to his lead though here, and final round underway, all still to...
Finally, Badgerel seized his moment, delivering a perfect flying knee that knocked Masabo out cold. This decisive move avenged the earlier disrespect and showcased Badgerel's fighting spirit. In 2006, young star Badr Hari fought veteran Peter Graham. Hari mocked Graham before the fight, questioning his masculinity and delivering a sneak punch.
You're a kid, man. You're a kid. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Throughout the fight, Hari continued to show off, attempting flashy spinning kicks.
И удары невероятные. Тюнингованная модель боксера в ринге находится. Пушки – это удел Бадра Хари. Ярость таким облаком висит над рингом.
However, Graham remained composed and countered with a spectacular rolling thunder kick, knocking Hari down. Despite Hari's dirty tactics, including illegal strikes to the back of the head and a low blow, Graham delivered a final knockdown, ending the fight in dramatic fashion and teaching Hari a lesson in respect.
И попадает! Попадает Питер Грэм! Невероятно! Невероятно!
In February 2012, Vitaly Klitschko defended his super heavyweight title against Derek Chisora, who is known for his disrespectful antics.
Because listen, I am the baddest man you ever. Stay.
Closer to the fight, he really ramps it up, like you're saying.
Like a couple of Batman villains, Darren from...
At the weigh-in, Chisora slapped Klitschko and, on fight night, spat water in Vitaly's brother Vladimir's face.
Iron Fist,
Братья прекрасно понимают вот всю... Опа, начинается.
Here in Munich, here you go.
From the opening bell, Klitschko dominated, landing powerful shots and breaking down Chisora's defenses. Chisora's wild swings missed, and Klitschko's composed, tactical approach steadily punished him.
Good ground.
See, Klitschko, he's not catching much, which he's always landed about 3 clean shots this round.
Klitschko won by unanimous decision. retaining his WBC heavyweight title and teaching Chisora a lesson in humility for his pre-fight behavior. On December 12, 2015, undefeated heavyweights Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte met in London. Before the fight, Whyte mocked Joshua, recalling an amateur bout they had years earlier where Dillian Whyte won against Anthony.
Hold up.
Yeah, 2009, that was my third fight. And
that wasn't no experienced boxing fight. That was a barn fest. You were shy, you got disheartened, you got beat down at the end of the fight, you fold over, you was running away.
Joshua, remaining calm, offered a handshake, which Whyte arrogantly refused.
So like December 12th.
No.
Be a man.
I don't want to shake your hand. I don't need to shake your hand. All this fake.
In the ring, Joshua began crushing Whyte from the first round. Whyte, realizing he was no longer facing an amateur, hit Joshua after the bell, sparking a brawl.
One on the bell there. Oh, and look at Whyte. Whyte's gone crazy. Banks is in there straight away.
Despite this, Joshua maintained his composure, delivering a powerful punch that knocked Whyte out, teaching him a lesson.
Door in there at the moment. Oh! Bludgeoned him with a huge right uppercut. Whyte stunning. Well, I'd said it in the last couple of rounds.
Let's talk about the Josh Taylor versus O'Hara Davies fight in 2015. Davies, a huge talker before the fight, spoke about having more power and intelligence, also predicting a knockout.
Is this the guy everyone's saying can beat me? I remember looking at Tony, I was like, are you for real? I was trying to fancy him in my mind, why they think he can beat me. Like, there was nothing special about him, like nothing special about him.
This is someone I really want to shut out. And I really want to shut his mouth and his coach's mouth. So on fight night, he's ready to shut him up.
However, Taylor had other ideas and was all over Davies from the beginning, landing a massive shot to the body in the first round.
That way anyway.
The punishment continued, and in the 7th round, Taylor once again knocked Davies down.
For that big right again. Oh, he's going to shoot feet. Timing. Is this his moment? Davies!
With the referee unable to allow more fighting.
Well, I thought Taylor, I lost hands down. I quit. I got beat. I couldn't breathe.
Josh Taylor had beaten the cocky O'Hara Davies, and it was now all over. In May 2022, Gervonta Davis defended his WBA lightweight title against Rolando Romero. Romero, full of confidence, promised a first-round knockout, claiming Davis had no chance against him.
You guys gonna see the 7th round? I'm gonna knock this the fuck out. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
Tank's gonna get knocked down 1 round, just like that. Nothing else need to be said.
He taunted Davis relentlessly, calling him names and making bold predictions.
You a stupid fucking dwarf, man. I'm telling you, man, I can't even mess with your fucking head. Your fucking little T-Rex arms, man, my dick's longer than your fucking arms.
Your opponent. Time for Victor Ortiz versus Floyd Mayweather in September 2011. Ortiz was confident, promising to knock Mayweather out and claim the championship.
So I sense a little bit of nervousness around this area. I am the current WBC welterweight champion of the world, and that will remain. And I'm gonna teach you what it feels like to have that 1 on your record, bro. Saturday night, I will hold my hands up. I'm gonna put you on your ass.
Ortiz was sure he would knock out Floyd, but in the 4th round, Ortiz headbutted Mayweather and tried to apologize with a hug. Who was in the wrong, Floyd or Victor Ortiz? Comment down below. In December 2020, Cuban boxer Frank Sanchez took on Julian Fernandez. Fernandez, known for his bravado, taunted Sanchez during the fight, calling for punches.
I think Sanchez would do very well in that fight. Hunter is a very good boxer.
At one point, Fernandez even dared Sanchez to hit him, lowering his guard and showboating in the ring.
It's like a scene out of Rocky 3 with Mr.
Sanchez obliged and delivered a brutal knockout in the 7th round, sending Fernandez through the ropes and out of the ring.
Like Fernandez is not winning any rounds. Oh, there's a hard right hand, and now on the ropes and out of the ring goes.
This knockout was a stark reminder of the consequences of taunting a superior opponent. Rewinding to May 1994, we see Roy Jones Jr. defending his IBF middleweight title against Thomas Tate. Tate came into the fight as the top contender, but spent more time mocking Jones than focusing on the fight.
Spoke to both fighters in the dressing room. Caution again, obey my commands at all times. Shake gloves and good luck.
He danced and mocked Jones during the pre-fight announcements, showing little respect for the champion. Jones, unfazed by Tate's antics, dominated the fight and scored a knockdown in the second round.
96 punches in round one. And down goes Tate. Wow. His corner comes out and stops.
Tate's corner threw in the towel, ending the fight early and teaching Tate a valuable lesson in respect. June 2008, the much-anticipated rematch between Arthur Abraham and Edison Miranda. Miranda felt he had to prove himself after losing to Abraham previously.
Arthur Abraham!
At the beginning of the fight, Miranda decided to do some cocky gestures, trying to make Abraham think he was not afraid.
Obey my commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times. Good luck, God bless to both of you.
In the third round, Miranda gets hit, and after that he decides to taunt Abraham, mocking and making fun of him.
Here in the early going, big punch of the night!
In the fourth round, Abraham sends Miranda down twice with left hooks, ending the fight with a combination of right and left punches.
Part without the second punch. That's true. That was a right hand, but Miranda is down!
7! Hey, come on! Can you continue? Okay!
Left hook. That's the fourth time. Miranda's down, make it number 5 now. He's down 2 times here in the fourth. But regardless, tell us how Semenyo says.
Miranda paid severely for being overconfident and cocky. Next, we have an unforgettable match from March 2019. British boxer Sam Maxwell faced Frenchman Sabri Sediri for the vacant WBO European light welterweight title. Sediri had the upper hand, knocking Maxwell down twice in the early rounds.
An amateur to get to the final of the... Oh my goodness! Oh, he's got him again! Right hand this.
Feeling overly confident in the final round, Sediri began showboating, thinking he had the fight in the bag.
There is still a long way to go, and he almost went there. He almost went with that left hand.
But with just seconds to go, Maxwell delivered a stunning knockout punch that left Sediri floored and the audience in shock.
Oh, great shot! Left hand, right hand. Well, where did that come from? I can hardly... He gets to his feet, and he stops.
This match serves as a perfect example of why you should never let your guard down, no matter how well you think you're doing. On August 19, 1995, Mike Tyson made his return to the ring and fought Peter McNeely. In the days leading up to the fight, Peter McNeely made some quite vicious comments about Mike Tyson as he claimed he would knock Tyson out.
Keep laughing, keep laughing. Real funny, huh? If any one of you doesn't respect me or what I'm doing or what I've been doing for the last 3 months since it was been announced, you're going against a guy like this, you'd have a big dump in your pants. On Saturday night, watch me kick Tyson's ass!
I'm just happy to be here. Everybody's made their statements. Mr. McNeely had a cute statement. I'm just...
Right when the fight started, Peter attacked Tyson right away, but was knocked down in the first 10 seconds.
The past few months, and here we go! Ties comes right at Mike Tyson, down goes...
McNeely stood up right away, running around the ring trying to show that he wasn't hurt. But Tyson sent McNeely back on the canvas a little bit after.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely again!
Then a timeout had to be called by McNeely's manager to save him from further punishment. The referee disqualified the fight, thus giving Tyson a short and quick win. The cocky McNeely was silenced in under 90 seconds. In March 2004, Nate Campbell and Robbie Peden fought for the USBA Super Featherweight title.
Campbell was having good success earlier, digging those right uppercuts to the body. He's gotten away from it a little bit.
Campbell dominated the early rounds and began showboating, thinking he had the fight won. He danced around the ring and dropped his hands, taunting Peden. However, he forgot the golden rule of boxing: always protect yourself.
There's a left hand by Peden, and down goes Campbell!
Peden took advantage of Campbell's lapse in concentration and delivered a knockout punch that turned the fight around completely, leaving Campbell to reflect on his costly mistake. Felix Trinidad and Ricardo Mayorga fought in 2004 at Madison Square Garden, New York. Right from the press conference until the weigh-in, Mayorga said he would knock Trinidad out by the 9th round.
Serious hatred in 10 or 15 minutes.
Knockout in 9.
So notorious was his behavior that after delivering a couple of punches, he dropped his hands and asked Trinidad to hit him.
Now he tastes Trinidad's left hook, and this is a Mayorga tactic.
In the 8th and last round, an exhausted Mayorga went down as a result of getting hit with a shot to the body. 2 further harassing knockdowns of Mayorga confirmed the win with emphasis.
Tries to unload the arsenal against Trinidad. Trinidad comes back. Mayorga's on another savage left hook by Trinidad. Mayorga goes down for the 3rd.
David Haye versus Tony Bellew on March 4th, 2017 is a prime example of a cocky fighter getting instant karma. Leading up to the fight, David Haye's arrogance was off the charts.
Fight for you. Listen, you're getting absolutely destroyed. Everyone knows it. Deep in your heart, you know it. Deep in my heart, mate. Deep in my heart.
He relentlessly belittled Bellew, calling him a chubby little fat guy and predicting he would destroy him and leave him hospitalized. Haye even told Bellew's supporters to avoid watching the fight live because it would be too brutal.
If you're all so brave, bet all of the money you have collectively and bet it on Tony Bellew.
However, the fight was a reality check for Haye. Bellew showed no intimidation and fought smartly, while Haye, overly aggressive, resorted to dirty tactics like low blows and roughhousing. In the 6th round, Haye suffered a severe Achilles injury but continued to fight, struggling visibly. Bellew capitalized on Haye's weakened state, landing clean shots and taking control. In the 11th round, Bellew knocked Haye through the ropes, and Haye's corner threw in the towel, giving Bellew a TKO victory.
This is where Tony needs it.
The boxing world was shocked. The bully had been beaten, and the underdog emerged victorious. The fight between Lorian Marcoux and Tommy Broadbent is a perfect example of instant karma in boxing. Before the match, Tommy Broadbent was extremely cocky, insulting Marcoux and mocking his height. His trash talk set him up as the bully. When the fight began, Marcoux quickly proved Broadbent wrong. In a key moment, Marcoux knocked Broadbent down with a powerful left hand and then returned the favor with cocky gestures. Broadbent, frustrated and desperate, resorted to illegal shots, which made the crowd boo him for his unsportsmanlike behavior. In the end, Marcoux delivered a decisive punch that sealed his victory. Broadbent, the cocky fighter who tried to bully his way to a win, was defeated. The fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Marco Huck is a classic tale of instant karma in boxing. Before the match, Marco Huck displayed his arrogance by pushing Usyk during the press conference, trying to intimidate him. When the fight began, Usyk quickly showed who the superior boxer was. He outsmarted and outboxed Huck, demonstrating his skill and composure. During one of Usyk's attacks, he slipped and fell to the floor. Instead of allowing him to get up, Huck hit him with an illegal punch while he was down, showing his unsportsmanlike behavior. Huck's dirty tactics didn't go unpunished. The referee immediately took a point away from him for the illegal punch. Usyk, undeterred by Huck's antics, continued to dominate the fight. He taught Huck a lesson by maintaining his focus and delivering a masterful performance. In the end, Usyk won the match, proving that skill and integrity triumph over arrogance and dirty tactics. This fight highlighted how instant karma can quickly humble even the most cocky opponents. The fight between Joe Murray and Rashid Kassem is a textbook case of instant karma. At the weigh-in, Kassem showed his cockiness by pressing his forehead against Murray's, trying to intimidate him. Before the fight, Kassem displayed overwhelming confidence, believing he would easily beat Murray. Initially, Kasem performed well, but his overconfidence led to his downfall. He ran into a powerful punch from Murray that floored him.
And counter from Murray, and now it's Kasem who's in trouble and down.
Unbelievable.
In the 6th round, Murray delivered a knockout blow, leaving Kasem out cold.
Oh, great shots! Great run!
This fight underscored how arrogance can lead to a humbling defeat, with Murray's skill and resilience triumphing over Kasem's cocky demeanor. The fight between Ahmed Dib and Denapa Big Shot Camp is a classic example of instant karma in boxing. Denapa Big Shot Camp was notorious for his cocky attitude and mental games. In contrast, Ahmed Dib remained traditional and calm throughout their encounter. During the fight, Dib's focused approach paid off. He landed a double punch combination that put Big Shot Camp on the canvas.
I find her always.
Yeah.
Sound asleep.
Even though it was clear the fight was over, Big Shot Camp, in a show of arrogance, started doing push-ups while on the canvas. The referee, recognizing the fight was effectively over, stopped it, declaring Dib the winner. This fight highlighted how Dib's discipline and composure triumphed over Big Shot Camp's cockiness, delivering a powerful lesson in humility. The fight between Claudio Marrero and Jesus Rojas is a striking example of instant karma in boxing. This was Claudio Marrero's first title defense, and he underestimated Jesus Rojas from the start. Feeling overconfident and cocky, Marrero humiliated Rojas, shoving and mocking him throughout the match.
Realmente, explosividad tiene.
Suéltalo, suéltalo.
Tiene 22 victorias.
Marrero began strong, landing quick, multi-punch combinations, and seemed in control. He bullied Rojas with dirty punches and arrogant gestures, clearly not taking his opponent seriously.
Por la razón que no puede superar la presión que está teniendo Rojas.
Marrero's disrespect was evident as he saw Rojas as no real threat. However, Rojas stayed resilient and bided his time. In a stunning twist, Rojas landed a powerful punch that sent Marrero crashing to the canvas. The cocky champion who had spent the match taunting and disrespecting his opponent was humbled in an instant. Jesus Rojas's victory was a powerful reminder that arrogance and dirty tactics can lead to a downfall. Rojas's perseverance and determination paid off, proving that respect and focus are key to true success in the ring. The fight between Ryan Garcia and Rodriguez Braulio at the legendary Madison Square Garden was a dramatic display of instant karma. At the weigh-in, Rodriguez, being sneaky and disrespectful, shoved Garcia, causing him to hit a girl standing behind him. Rodriguez continued to insult and provoke Garcia, not taking him seriously. From the first round, Rodriguez tried to taunt Garcia, but Garcia remained focused and composed. Despite Rodriguez spending most of the time in the ring mocking him, Garcia's superior speed and skill were evident. Rodriguez became frustrated and resorted to illegal punches, losing points in the process.
That looked low.
There's a certain time you do the shuffle, ollie shuffle.
He is game, firing back hard, and now he gets a warning from Ron Lipton.
Rodriguez tried to show that Garcia's punches didn't hurt by making faces, but it was clear he was struggling. Garcia's relentless pace and precision eventually led to a knockout later in the fight, humbling the cocky Rodriguez.
Another one, and a hook, and down he goes! And he did. That was sensational for Ryan Garcia.
In a touching moment after his victory, Garcia hugged the girl who had been hit during the weigh-in, showing his respect and sportsmanship. This fight was a clear example of how arrogance and disrespect can lead to a downfall, with Garcia's skill and humility triumphing in the end. The fight between Mike Tyson and Peter McNeely marked Tyson's first bout since being released from prison. McNeely, full of arrogance, disrespected Tyson, believing he was no longer the fearsome fighter he once was. At the press conference, McNeely boldly claimed he would kick his ass.
On Saturday night, watch me kick Tyson's ass!
Once the fight began, McNeely charged at Tyson aggressively, like a rhino.
The past few months, and here we go! And McNeely...
Tyson, however, quickly knocked the cocky fighter down.
Comes right at Mike Tyson, down goes...
McNeely, trying to save face, got up and ran around the ring, pretending he wasn't hurt. Realizing he couldn't win fairly, McNeely resorted to dirty tactics, headbutting Tyson in a desperate move. But Tyson remained composed and delivered a massive uppercut that sent McNeely crashing to the canvas.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely again!
This fight showcased Tyson's enduring power and skill, proving that arrogance and dirty tactics can't defeat true talent. Tyson's decisive victory served as a humbling lesson for the cocky McNeely. The fight between Shane Mosley and Ricardo Mayorga was fueled by intense animosity, largely due to Mayorga's provocations and disrespect. Before the fight, Mayorga insulted and provoked Mosley, behaving like a cocky rat. At the press conference, he blew cigarette smoke in Mosley's face and performed a disgraceful act against Mosley's wife, enraging Mosley and causing a physical altercation.
That's bad. Come on, man. It's an athlete. Come on, man. Get wrong with you, man.
Are you thinking about pressing charges? I mean, that's definitely.
I don't need to press charges. There's nothing that a cop's gonna do more than what he's gonna do.
Determined to defend his dignity and his wife, Mosley entered the ring with a purpose. Throughout the fight, Mayorga continued his humiliation tactics, dancing and making gestures to mock Mosley. However, Mosley remained focused on his goal. In a defining moment, Mosley landed a powerful left hook to Mayorga's liver, delivering a punishing blow that ended the fight.
Rundą pokazał nam tutaj lwi pazur, no I korpus poszedł poniżej ciała.
The cocky rat Mayorga was finally put down, serving as a clear reminder that arrogance and disrespect have no place in the ring. Mosley's victory was not only a triumph of skill, but also a personal vindication. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed watching these moments of karma in action, give it a thumbs up and share your favorite knockout in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting content. See you next time. Boxing King, out.